Hello my friends and cottages, my name is Cap. You are on Easy Finance channel. Today we will talk about oil and gas. What's the future of oil? Green energy versus oil? Is our life completely possible without oil? Now we will find out. Oil is the energy foundation of the world economy. Oil price depends on supply and demand. Demand depends on the general state of the economy. The more we fly and drive, the more oil is consumed. In 2019, oil consumption was about 100 million barrels per day. 45 million barrels per day are spent on vehicles, 13 on petrochemicals, 7 on aviation. The US consumes more than other countries, 20 million barrels per day. But the world is changing rapidly. Green energy is very popular today. I'm sure you know people who hate oil. They believe that oil is evil and will soon be unnecessary. Green energy is good and it will completely replace oil and our nature will be very good. But think about whether it's possible to completely abandon oil. Of course not. Everything is made of oil. Many people think that oil is only gasoline, fuel for aircraft and so on, but this is not the case. Oil is used to make bathroom detergents, paints, shampoos and deodorants. Many of them contain more than 18% of petroleum products. Also, substances from which medicines are made are obtained from the oil. Clothes are also made from oil. About 40% of all clothes are made with petroleum products. Some products such as sofa upholstery can consume up to 16 liters of oil. Oil refining produces rubber, solvents, fertilizers and even protein that you can eat. And of course, plastic products. Take a look around. Almost everything around us is made of plastic, which means from petroleum products. The phone or computer from which you are watching this video, appliances, a bottle of water, cars, bags, chairs, tables, plates, spoons. It seems to me that you have already understood that it will not be easy from us without oil. There are already developments in plastic without the use of oil. However, these are only developments. It's very expensive and very difficult to obtain plastic in this way. Now let's talk about natural gas. The city consumes a huge amount of energy every day. Most of this energy comes from burning natural gas. This is the most common method. They also receive heat in the same way, to heat houses. What about green energy? I think it's just good marketing right now. When we are told about green energy, we are not being told the whole truth. First, green energy is very expensive. For example, in Denmark, where 16% of energy is green energy, the electrical bill is 4 times more than in America. For example, solar panels for a family of 3 will cost about $8,000. And secondly, have you ever wondered how solar panels are made? During this process, a huge amount of harmful substances is released into the atmosphere. In the electric car ads, everything looks very beautiful, everyone is joyful. But if all the people of the planet ride electric cars, there won't be enough charging for everyone. Elon Musk says these stations will be powered by solar panels. But is it enough if all cars are electric cars? And what about the planes? Will they fly on electricity? Will ships, large and small, also be powered? And rockets? I'll give you a couple of examples. Imagine a farmer somewhere like Nebraska, and when he was told that he didn't need to drive an ordinary tractor and combine, he had to drive an electric one. Imagine how expensive and difficult it will be to do this. You wanted to travel with your family from New York to Disneyland. This path is 2,800 miles. The electric car will need to stop charging 8 times. It's easy to calculate that just charging will take 10 hours. Accumulators in electric cars are very harmful to nature. The battery weighs 500 kilograms. There is no way to dispose of such a battery. Also, electric cars are quite expensive, and 80% of the planet is not able to buy an electric car. Okay, with solar panels it is clear, with cars it is clear, but what about windmills? And with windmills, everything is also not very good. They have a huge disadvantage. Today there is wind, but tomorrow it may not. Green energy is suitable for those with a lot of money to spare. This is really good if you want to help our planet. Right now green energy is just trendy, But in reality, green energy has very little benefit and is expensive. From all this, we can conclude that ordinary gasoline cars, ordinary planes, ordinary ships will exist for a very long time. Coronavirus hit oil consumption hugely. When quarantine was introduced, consumption fell sharply. Flights stopped, cars began to be used less. But I expect the demand for the oil to rise soon. I believe that by the end of winter the price for a barrel of oil will be about $50. I hope that in the future our planet will become cleaner. We will invent different ways of producing energy, but this will not be tomorrow or in a year or two. Perhaps 10 of years will pass. In the meantime, oil will be in great demand. From all our reasoning, it can be concluded that oil certainly has a future. For another 20-30 years, oil will be needed. The price of oil and gas will rise as human needs increase. And as you know, these needs are endless. So oil will someday have to cost $100 per barrel. But when it will be, it's difficult to guess. But one thing is certain. In the next 20-30 years, oil will win the battle between oil and green electricity. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it, write me in the comments, subscribe to the channel. See you later!